Hello friends, I hope that you all are doing very well. Fall is starting to be in the air, at least here in Birmingham. There was a whiff of fall. I believe it was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I got all energized with thinking about fall cooking, fall recipes, fall clothing. Fall means apples. Apples are probably one of the first things people think of with fall cooking, apples and pumpkins. I'm going to show you all a super easy way to enjoy apples. And I have myriad recipes. I think I have 7 or 8 apple recipes. I have a paper bag apple pie. I have a skillet apple crisp. I have Mimi's famous apple pie. Mimi is Zane's mom. I've got I've got several. Y'all, I can't even think of all of them. I'm gonna link to all of those recipes, but today I'm keeping it simple and it's just Zane and me. Nobody's coming over, so I'm not wanting to do a crisp or a pie because we don't need all those carbs. But I'm going to make Stovetop Cinnamon Apples, and these are fabulous to enjoy over Greek yogurt or cottage cheese if you want to be really healthy, or put them over vanilla yogurt or vanilla ice cream. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. I have peeled, cored, and sliced 3 Granny Smith apples. Granny Smith is always my go-to cooking apple because it is tart and crisp. It holds up well to cooking. It's not ever gonna be mushy, or it's gonna be very not inclined to be mushy. I guess you can cook anything to the point of being mushy, but Granny Smith is gonna be a firm, hold its heft apple, and it's also has that tartness, which you want that when you're making something where you're adding sweeteners, whether it's maple syrup, honey, sugar, brown sugar. That tartness melds with the sweetness and gives it a perfect balance. So I have peeled and sliced thinly 3 Granny Smith apples. Now, I did this early in the day. My trick for keeping apples from turning brown, I juiced about 3 lemons and I put the lemon juice in here and made sure they were all coated. I'm going to start and I'm going to use my Caraway nonstick skillet, and I'm going to use this one that has a lid because a lid can help when you're making these apples. So I'm going to start by melting real butter. I use about a tablespoon or 1 pat of butter per apple. I may need to get 1 more pat. Y'all hang on, you don't want to skimp on the butter. There's 1 more pat. And guys, you don't need a recipe for this, but I will give you all these proportions. But just think, 1 apple, 1 pat of butter, 2 apples, 2 pats of butter. You might ask, can you leave on the skin? You can, you certainly can leave on the skin or the peel. It's just going to make it more rustic, and you just want to make sure that you have clean your apples very, very well to remove any pesticides. I'm going to move this closer where you all can see. So we have our butter. So now I'm going to pour in apples. And this is on medium high. I'm going to get it started. So I'm going to coat all the apples in butter. Apple that doesn't want to come out. Okay, so there is a little liquid from the lemon juice, which is great. So now I'm going to add, this is organic dark brown sugar, and I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to add cinnamon. You can add any fall spices. I usually just do cinnamon, and I do about a heaping teaspoon, but you know, you just judge. Cinnamon can get strong if you use too much. So there we go. You always want to add a little salt as well. Salt is going to bring out all the flavors. So we have that, and this is what you're going to start with. We're going to start with the apples and the little bit of lemon juice. And if you didn't put lemon juice, that's fine because we're going to be adding liquid, but we're going to mix all of that up. As you can see, I'm going to get it on. It's already starting to make a little sauce. The goal is to cook these until the apples start to soften but not get mushy and the liquid starts to condense or to thicken. So I'm going to turn it up. Okay, so this first round I've got 2 more things I'm going to add in about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to get these started on their way to getting softer. I've got these on just a little above medium. There you can see. And I'm going to put the lid on. Where is my timer? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cook these covered for about 4 minutes, and get them on their way to getting soft and tender. Some of this liquid will be absorbed. It will start getting a little thicker. And then we're going to add a cornstarch slurry, which is going to help it get even more thick. And I'm going to add a smidge of maple syrup. And then we'll be on our way to fabulous Stovetop Cinnamon Apples. Okay guys, I'm going to show you what the apples look like now. So you see they have cooked down and they're starting to get soft and they're really almost ready. They're breaking apart. I'm going to add this slurry. That is cornstarch and water, and it is going to thicken the sauce. And guys, I will tell you, these are actually going to break apart. I was thinking they were going to hold together, but honestly, it's okay. I actually sliced them so thin that they're basically going to be like a homemade applesauce. The key to keeping them intact is thicker slices. But here's what I'm going to do. So I've added the slurry, cornstarch and water. I've left a little in the bowl. And now I'm just going to add a touch of maple syrup. That's about a tablespoon. And this is going to be like a fabulous homemade applesauce, apple topping for ice cream. You could put this over a pound cake. Hey. And there's Zane, he helped me hold the camera, and there's Tucker. So guys, I was thinking that this was going to be more of a, like slices, but it's fine. This is going to be fabulous. Now, I could, when this cools, put this over ice cream and then top it with granola. I could even put this in a pie and make an apple pie, but this is just more of a sauce that we're going to use as a topping. And I think that it's just great to do, especially in the fall when fall is in the air and people are thinking about apples and fall desserts. I hope that this was helpful. If you enjoy my YouTube content, I hope that you'll follow and subscribe to my channel. I love hearing from you, so feel free to leave comments. And as always, until next time, be blessed and stay savvy.